Hello everyone, it's Samantha of Senses of the Soul, and this is my August Ascension Energies update. This month's theme is ambition. So as we move into August and get to the Leo 8-8 gateway, that would be August 8th, we are going to really be shifting in our core. We've been doing a lot of work in the core area this year about self-worth and learning about power and how we use it and seeing how people are misusing power. And as we go forward, we're really going to have to now learn how to fine-tune our ambition in a different way than we are used to it being told to us. Because as we go through this ascension process in the age of Aquarius, we need to learn how to co-create with one another. And that requires that our ambition, whether it be earthly ambition, or I'm also going to talk about spiritual ambition briefly, that has to be in aligned with the highest good. And we have to learn how to do that in order to co-create better. That's why you're seeing so much chaos in the world right now, everyone banging up against each other, belief systems against one another, and a lot of shaming, blaming, fear tactics, etc. It's exhausting, actually, if you're on social media and what you see. Everyone has an agenda, and egos are up in everyone, okay? But for us to be able to go through to the end of this age of Aquarius and into the golden age where we are sitting in much higher consciousness, connected to everything, co-creating with everyone and learning and knowing the balance of all things, that we will have to have a different sense of ambition and we have to give up our ego. So let's get into that a little bit, all right? We developed new neural pathways and greater spiritual connection in July. And we also had a lot of heart expansion. I talked about that last month. So as we move forward, that's going to help us to really understand and fine tune that third chakra about power and how we co-create and what we're going to manifest out there. So we are going to move forward this month for sure in different ways, but you'll have to really learn to discern what you need. So earthly ambition is about making your dreams real, all right? It's about you knowing that you have some plan or dreams and actually engaging and taking action to manifest them. Now, generally though, you also need to put a little more hard work into that as well, okay? And figure out who are the right people to work with. And also listen for guidance. That's what we're learning instead of trying to control things. That's something we're going to learn more this month because with the feminine energies coming in the way they are, we're learning to fine-tune our sensory system and pick up information far beyond the intellect. Okay? So you're probably noticing that in yourself as we've been going along through the ascension process. You're shifting, the third eye opens, your sensory system is more fine-tuned, therefore you're more sensitive and probably need more downtime and away time and isolation time, which we're getting plenty of for the most part with COVID and not being able to move in the world the way we used to. All right? So understand though that ambition can be used incorrectly. And as I said, you're seeing a lot of misuse of that type of power out in the world right now. And all it's doing is creating divisiveness, separation, pain, hatred, and fear. And we will never get to co-creation this way. It's not going to work. So I invite you this month to step back out of power struggles with people, to step back from fighting with people about your belief system and thinking yours is the right belief system and someone else's is the wrong one. It's about us trying to have dialogue. It's about us listening to each other, understanding why that person's afraid and maybe you're not afraid. So it's important that we practice more of that going forward. It's going to help us get to where we want to go in our life if we do. Otherwise, we're going to feel stymied and roadblocked if we don't engage in a healthy type of earthly ambition to move our lives forward. So it's about being fair and compassionate too. So again, I invite you to practice that this month because it's not being seen a lot out there on social media in particular. We definitely don't get it from the media because that's not how they work. It's all based on fear. Okay? And we're seeing a lot of power struggling. So if you can use spiritual or earthly ambition properly, then you will be able to move forward and flow better with your life this month. And you'll know what I mean as you start to engage. And if you're interested in more of that, I have all of this written in my written blog that's on my website. I talk about it much more. And the second type of ambition that we're working on is spiritual ambition. So spiritual ambition is different from earthly ambition because spiritual ambition has no ego. It has no agenda. And this is something that we're going to be learning all through this age of Aquarius. All right? It is almost like ambitious devotion. It's about being devoted to and in service to the higher good, to humanity, and you serving up your talents for that. It's about walking the path of the mystic where you don't know what the outcome is, but you just learn to read the signs, be in the moment, respond from the best place you can, and shapeshift, course correct as necessary. It's about really being aligned with spirit and having a type of spiritual intelligence. So that's something that more of you will be working on and trying to understand this month. And as I said, I have a lot more in my blog, so you can written blog, you can go read that. It'll give you an idea. And I'd love to hear from you. It's definitely when you have a spiritual ambition or devotion, it is like being connected to Source and having sacred union with Source. You just feel guided in your life. No agenda. Okay? And then you're looked after. We get the abundance we need. We get the flow in our life we need. We get the support we need. And the finances that we need. So that's something that we're all going to be learning sooner or later, but it's really going to kick in as we hit past that August 8th gateway this month. All right, so that's what we're learning. And understand that all of this is about learning balance power in that third chakra. It's about really understanding how to self-heal ourselves and find and connect to our soul's purpose. So that's something that I feel many of you are searching for. And and just getting over any fear and having the courage to continue to move forward that way. All right? So I have a number of products to support you this month. And again, you can read about them on my blog, but my Sacred Union Spray is on sale, as well as my Sacred Union Tea. Okay? Because in us, that's what we're searching for. That's what we're moving towards. And actually, as I channeled, as we get to November this year, that's going to come into alignment in most of us, actually. So, also have my Feel No Fear tea. Always a staple in my house. And then I have my Warrior Essence and the Earth Mother Essence, as I talked about balance, power, self-healing, and connecting to your soul's purpose. More on a mental, emotional level, because you really have to trust your emotions going forward. If you are not tapped into your emotions, then you're not going to be able to navigate your life very well. And that's part of that feminine expression in all of us that needs to come online, and it will guide us, intuitively through our life. So embrace that. And then also the 15th realm. We start the 15th realm on August 9th. And the 15th realm is very much about what I just talked about in my blog, okay? Or in this blog. And in my written blog. So again, helping us continue forward and enhancing the determination and tenacity to achieve our desires and goals, but in a way that's in alignment with our spiritual self. So that, again, I go back to that honing and learning about spiritual ambition or devotion and service. So I hope that helps you as you move through this month. I wanted to also let you know that my card deck, my new card deck, is also now in stock. So there's the link in the video, and you can certainly go and take a look. I hope that it helps you if you've purchased it or you will purchase it to tap into your own innate inner knowing and awareness. That's what I created it for, so that you can continue to walk the path of light and truth. I will see you in September.